Sharks. My name is John Giles.
And I'm Chelsea Giles, and we are a husband and wife team from Marble Falls, Texas. We are here today seeking $100,000 in exchange for 5% of our company, Domedock.
Sharks, I am a hat guy. I am always wearing a hat. So naturally, I own a lot of hats. The problem is, I just could not find a great way to store all of my ball caps.
His hats were all over the house. We tried hanging them on the back of a door, but every time you close the door, they all fall off.
We tried hanging them on a wall, but I've got so many hats, they take up the whole wall. And if you're not careful, when you try to take one off, oh no, they fall off.
We tried storing them on a shelf in the closet, but that brought a danger of its own.
Oh no, it's a hat avalanche!
Wow.
Whoa. That's when she finally told me,
John, you've got to find a better way to store all these hats.
a happy wife makes a happy life. So that's when I created Domedock.
Domedock.
Sharks, it's like a filing system for your hats, and it's easy to use. If you want to store away the hat that you're wearing, simply fold in the back and set it on top of the stack. If you want a hat from the middle or the bottom, no problem. Just lift up the stack, grab out the one you want, and set the rest back down. It's that easy.
So, which shark would like to capitalize on this opportunity?
And hang your hat with Domedock.
Good
Ta-da.
job.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
have some samples.
We are back with another Shark Tank reaction video. I am your host, Dave, 10-year intellectual property attorney, dealing with everything from patents, trademarks, copyrights, as well as trade secrets. And hey, look, I'm pretty pumped based off of that last one with Hella Awkward. Hey, killing it. Seems like we may have another good one here. Now, for those of you who don't know, I kind of look for three things plus a bonus when I look at these pictures. Number one, I look at how simple it is, how effective is the product, what's the market like, and a fourth or bonus is, okay, are you protecting your IP? Now, it seems like it's a pretty simple product, even though they didn't, show the details of the product. Seems like it's pretty simple in terms of being able to kind of collect the hats and store the hats. Now, the effectiveness of it, again, that's going to be told by the sales and the reviews. As we talked about kind of with Hella Awkward, the pitch who I just did before, she had, what, $600,000 in sales her past year, which she's going to essentially kind of make $250,000 to $300,000 in profit. So her sales were amazing, and I think that would win over the Sharks in that case. We'll see what his sales are like based on his product. It seems like he has a $2 million valuation on it at $100,000 for 5%. So we'll see what his sales are like. And then what is the market like? Now, hey, it's definitely a hat market. And again, as they talked about, I guess the things that are out there maybe not as good, especially for people, typically people who have a hat, they don't just have one hat. Normally they have 5, 6 hats, in some cases 10, 20 plus hats. So I can definitely see it is a market for it out here. And if you can kind of, if this thing kind of solves the issue in the market in terms of being able to kind of safely store the hats, and then you being able to kind of get to the particular hat that you want to get to very quickly when it's time to get to it, I can see this being something definitely. So simple, how effective is the market. And then the fourth is the IP. Now, while they were giving a Shark, and I love the husband and the wife combos, the team, you know, I really like that. So kudos to them for having that husband and wife team. But the IP part of it is, are you protecting your IP? Whether it's a patent, whether it's a trademark, whether it's copyright. Now, again, you can get a patent on kind of the hat rack, and I'll be interested in seeing the details of it to see whether or not this is something that I think is patentable or not. Just based on what they kind of show with the hat sitting on it, it was tough to be able to tell whether or not, I guess, the structure and things like that would, allow for a patent to be on it. And I'm sure that Lori, she's typically the one that asks about the patentability of things, so maybe she asks in this episode. Now, I did look at the Domedock to see whether or not they had a trademark on it, and they do. So at least they're protecting the intellectual property as far as the branding with the trademark for Domedock. Like I said, we'll see if Lori asks them about the patent for the actual structure or the design, because you can get a design patent on this in addition to a utility patent if it's new and non-obvious. So yeah, let's see if the Sharks kind of bring that up and kind of what they say about that. And I guess some housekeeping items. Please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. as well as hit the subscribe button to be a part of the IP community, where we do a lot of good things, a lot of cool things. I'm trying to add value so that you guys can kind of say, okay, when I'm building my business, I can protect my intellectual property, whether that's a trademark, patents, copyrights, trade secret, whatever the case may be. So I am trying to provide value to you guys. So let's get back to it. Let's see if they get a deal. And please leave your comments in the comment section, good or bad. Let's go.
Samples in front of you if you want to go ahead and take a look.
I have to admit, it's ingenious. It really is.
Thank
I have
you.
a
It
lot
really
of
is.
hats
Thank
because
you.
I have a lot of logo hats. From
I can see a
various
design
items,
patent for
but
sure.
100K for 5%, that's $2 million for a piece of plastic.
Yes, please tell us about
Okay,
sales.
So we started in 2019, and since then we've had $7.5 million in sales.
What?
$7.5
Yeah.
million.
What's this stupid
Yeah.
thing?
It's not stupid. It's
Are you
so
kidding?
simple
It's
and
not
smart.
stupid anymore.
7 million.
$7.5 million?
That's right.
Look at man, and I try not to stop these things more than 3 times at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. But I had to stop this thing because you essentially had a piece of plastic, as David talked about, and this is something that it'll be tough to get a utility patent on, just kind of me looking at it. But you can definitely get a design patent on it. And it seems like I said, people who have a hat, they just don't have one hat. They have a ton of hats, and being able to kind of quickly store these things so that you can get to your particular hat when you want to. I mean, again, I think that's a game changer. So $7.5 million. Clearly, that $2 billion valuation seems like a cakewalk now. So hey, they're killing it. Let's go. It seems like there's going to be another bidding war. If I had to guess, let's go.
So what do you sell these for, and what do you make them for?
So we wanted to make them similar to the price of one hat. They're $24.99.
Oh,
And you make them for,
$2.91.
so you're making $21 on each one.
Gosh.
Let's go.
There's a lot more that goes into it. Specifically on the selling platform we're on online, they have
Fulfillment fees.
Oh, so you're on Amazon, right?
We're on Amazon.
we're on Amazon.
Do you have
yes.
any direct sales from your own website?
We had a website that we started in 2020, and that's where we made most of our sales for the first couple of years. And then we switched to Amazon only.
Because they can fulfill and you don't have
But
to
you know
do
what?
it.
You know,
Customer
listen,
service,
they're
yeah.
killing you with fees, but you wouldn't get out there without that major machine.
True.
Exactly.
Right?
What's your net profit on all this?
This year, it'll be like 15% after we pay ourselves.
John, can you walk us through what were your sales this year and what did you net, and what were your sales last year and what did you net?
Sure. Let me just start at the beginning. So that
Awesome
first
job.
year, 2019, was 136,000.
March of 2020, we launched our website, and
Perfect timing.
And what did you
perfect
sell?
timing.
Great.
People
Everybody
were
was
at
at
home
home, they were
shopping.
shopping.
What did you
Yeah.
sell that year, Chelsea?
By the end of 2020, we were at just under $1 million.
Wow, that's
2021, what'd you make?
2021, $1.4 million. 22 was $2.1 million.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the next year
23.
was 2023. That was 2.08 million.
so flat,
and so
okay.
almost.
In year to date?
So-
Year to date, we are at 885,000. And so we're expecting to end about 1.4, 1.5.
You
Why
slow-
down?
Why?
We were hoping you would ask
Oh,
that.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
I think
we
I
are
know the
definitely gonna
answer, and I
ask
don't
that.
want to hear it.
It's all of the knockoffs that have come up.
You know what?
Yeah.
I seriously am sitting here going, "Don't say it's the
It's
knockoff."
the knockoff.
But here's the beautiful thing, though. We have a utility patent.
Oh, they have
and
utility
we
as
have been
well.
enforcing it. We've taken down over 100 listings already. As they come up, we report them. It takes a while.
I gotta tell you, I think FUBU to date, we've done about 10 billion in sales. I think the counterfeiters have done 40.
Ouch.
Tell us about you. What were you doing before this?
So this has been such a life changer for me. Like, my family was so poor growing up. I mean, I remember living in a soup kitchen and hotels and with family. During that time, I saw these people who had businesses and stuff, and I thought, these are special people who know things that I don't know and can do things that I can't do. And as it turns out, everybody is just figuring it out as they go. And so that was a beautiful realization for me. It has just been an awesome journey.
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
here.
So we got married when we were 21 years old. We were still in college and never thought we would be doing anything like this. And it was actually really funny as we started and we're out in the shop at night, putting the kids to bed, and we were watching Shark Tank. And we would stop and we'd pause it. Someone would ask a question. We're like, what is that? We're Googling it. The little definitions
Yeah.
come up on the screen when someone says ROATs or ACOTs or whatever. And so we actually learned a ton about business
You
in the
guys-
early days from Shark Tank.
You
of all
are
things.
our education.
So let's get back to the business for a second, because everybody up here has experienced a knockoff. In my case, it was Drain Wig and another one called Illumable. And we litigated till the cows came home, and it didn't make a single difference. These guys never go away.
Right.
I think
What's the
that's your
plan?
biggest.
What's the plan you
The
have?
plan, we want to get into retail. So we're in one major sports retail store right now.
Who is that?
Shields, and they constantly reorder. So we've really been focusing on the online sales and just done a little bit in retail. And now we're kind of seeing the shift where we want to get into stores.
Yeah, because there you can fight the knockoffs.
Exactly.
Yes, we can
yeah.
control the brand and the experience.
Guys, let me get started. Look, what you've accomplished is great,
Thank you.
right? I just don't see this as being a big enough business for me. So for those reasons, I'm out. But congrats, man. It's been a great
Thank you for your
ride.
time.
Hey, look, and as Mark goes out, I do want to stop it again really quickly. Unfortunately, that's a part of having a business, particularly when the product is easy to manufacture. It seems like in this case, you just have essentially a piece of plastic, an oval piece of plastic, maybe a triangular piece of plastic, however you want to kind of characterize it. And again, thankfully, they have a design and the utility patent so that they can go after knockoff. Just think, and this is why I'm so passionate about intellectual property. Just think if they didn't have IP protected, they wouldn't have a business. The knockoffs would overwhelm them and they wouldn't be selling anything, or they'd probably be selling a fraction of kind of what they're selling now. But at least because they have IP, particularly patents, trademarks, now they can at least go after the knockoffs and get them taken down online. Now, obviously, the government here in the U.S. has to do something about that because that is a big thing. But yeah, having IP helps out with that. So again, it seems like they're kind of switching gears or whatever to try to go a little bit more on a retail side as opposed to online. But again, with e-commerce platforms such as Amazon, such as eBay, such as Alibaba, it just kind of makes it easier. But kind of going back to my initial point, when you have something that's so easy to make, what they do, they say keep it simple, but this is kind of the opposite side of that, or the unfortunate part of keeping it simple. On one end, you do get a lot of sales because it's easy to use. It's easy to be able to kind of understand what's going on. But on the other side, it's easy for it to be knocked off. Now, if you have something that's a little bit more complicated to manufacture, then you probably get less knockoffs. But when it's something that's extremely easy to manufacture and is hitting home and getting sales and being sold, it's going to be kind of really a prime candidate for a knockoff situation. So that's unfortunate for them. And again, as Mark went out, I don't even think they need an actual shark on this one. I think they can just continue to run it up. Obviously, they have to kind of deal with the knockoff situation, but it'd be interesting. And I don't think anybody asked it yet as far as why do you need a shark? Because they didn't see it. It seems like, again, the margins are great. They're kind of selling a ton. So I'm not sure why they need a shark. But again, this is one of those things where you could probably just make $2, $3 million, $4 million a year and probably take home $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 without no shark and just kind of continue to kind of go forth. We all know the patent is good for 20 years. I'll probably actually try to get a trade dress on this particular thing as well. And now you can protect it forever. So those are some of my initial thoughts. Let's go back to see if one of the sharks gives them a deal, even though they're kind of facing a knockoff problem. Let's go.
Really
Appreciate
appreciate
your
it,
time.
Mark.
Yeah, John, I appreciate you saying all the nice things about Shark Tank. I hate when people tell me there's no opportunity left. I mean, you can make it. It's hard,
Yeah.
but this is still the greatest country
Figure
in
it
the
out.
world to make it. You'll
Totally
figure it
agree.
out.
Absolutely.
But it's a single SKU product with two amazing entrepreneurs. I wish you all the best, but I'm out.
Thank you very much, Robert.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate that.
Having lived this almost 4 times over the years of Shark Tank, you have to knock yourself off under a different brand. So you're going to have to put this up on Amazon at $9.95 under whatever brand you want to call it, same exact product. Whatever they price it at, you have to hit that price that week. Guys, I wish you the best. I'm out.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
the
so
feedback.
much, Kevin.
That's great.
It's great feedback.
You know, I think you need to hire one of those companies that will take all the knockoffs down. It's your baby. You created it. You love it. But unfortunately, everybody cheats and steals it from you. I'm just worried to take this ride. So I wish you good luck, but I'm out.
Thank you, Lori. Appreciate your advice.
Damon.
Amen.
I absolutely love your story. This is why I think we all do the show. You've done all the hard work. Should I give you an offer? And
Yes.
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 I believe in the retail point because you won't have knockoffs there. You can easily fight that.
We just don't have connections to.
No,
get in.
I know the Bass Pro, the Lids guys. You know, all right, 100,000 for 25%.
Wow. Highway
Did you say
robbery.
25?
Hey, they valued the company at $2 million. They did what? Almost $2 million last year. He should be valuing the company at, based on 20%, 25%,
Four sharks
400,000.
are out. Chelsea and John have an offer on the table from Damon for their hat storage accessory, Domedock, but he wants a much bigger stake than the 5% they came in offering.
Did you say 25?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Because it has to be worth my time.
So that imputes a value of about $400,000 for our whole business, and we've sold 1.4 million. So I've got to push back a little bit. How about we come to,
Say 15.
It's always a problem when there's only one offer in the Shark Tank because, they smell blood in the
But
water.
we
But
got,
still,
we got a counter.
how about $100,000 for 10%?
Land at 15.
I'll do it $100,000 for 20%.
That's a great offer, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, just to
Kid-
squeeze his head, I'll do it for 15%.
Okay.
There's
That's
two
a
on
sharp
it.
price right there.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Wow.
When I see greed, I'm offended.
Okay, so that's going to be my question is maybe you can help us to understand what you see for the company and where you could take
Yeah,
it.
when you
Two
say-
things.
Yeah.
Number one, you're going to knock yourself off. Number two, we're going to find a national distributor for the major accounts. My team will help you with that. I'll do it for 15%. And I can't stand this savage greed when I see it. I'm not that kind of shark. That's why they call Mr. Wonderful.
Now, you do understand you're witnessing him lying
No.
right
What
there.
I just realized.
That's where you're going to go as a partner.
No.
He's
Damon.
lying to you.
Damon.
He's lying to you right now.
It's called Domedock, and I have the Dome of Desire. I think we put these two together.
The Lord only made a few perfectly shaped heads in this world.
Yes, and I
all
have
the rest of them he covered up with hair.
What are you going to do, guys?
Kevin, we would love to do a deal with you.
The other cuddle.
Are you kidding me?
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Congratulations, guys. Good
Thank
job.
you so much.
Congrats.
Good job, Kev.
It was
Thank you
so
so
good.
much.
Great couple, bad judge of character.
Yes. That's going to be awesome. It's going to take off.
Hey, man, shouts out to them. It seems like a lot of trepidation or reservation on the knockoff situation. I thought what Mr. Wonderful, his game plan, it seems counterintuitive, but I actually would like it to knock yourself off in some cases to kind of help out with sales. Obviously, you are able to kind of provide the same product, the same quality of the product, and you're essentially knocking yourselves off as opposed to selling it for $24.99. You're selling it for $10. Now, obviously, you're essentially trying to knock off the knockoffs or knock off your own product. Like I said, it sounds counterintuitive, but it seems like it definitely could work. And it seems like in his case, Mr. Wonderful, he has carried out this thing in the past. So it seems like he's definitely the right guy to partner with based on the vision. It seems like getting into retail is going to be a game changer for this couple. And man, I always like when I see great couples and again, something that's kind of really binding the family together. Hopefully they come out with some additional SKUs, maybe on different parts of it. Let's try to check out the website here really quickly and then get you guys up out of here. Here we go. So Domedock. Now, again, it is a registered trademark, so I would like to see the R in the circle just to put people on notice that it is a registered trademark. But again, at least shouts out for having a trademark. It seems like they have patents as well. Yeah, I can see the utility on this one. I can definitely see a design. I would definitely get a design patent as well. Typically, you'll see if you have a patent, you'll see that at the bottom. Shipping, terms of service, privacy, refund. I'm not seeing that. But again, if I were them, I would just put the patent number on there just to kind of put people on notice that you do have a patent on it. Seems like they're not doing it. But again, there you go. Hey, phenomenal couple. They're crushing it. $7.5 million in lifetime sales. Now, again, I think if they are able to figure out that knockoff situation or the copycat situation, I think this can be the $3 to $5 million company, which again, if you're making 15%, I mean, I can see them guys getting up to the point where you're doing $1 million a year, which again, for a company that you're able to do this for the next 20 years because of your patent, that's good money. You're talking about life-changing money. If they come out with additional SKUs, that'll even be more profitable or more revenue that the company will see. So let me know what you guys think about the company. I think this is another game changer. We're 2 for 2 so far. I like these companies. I like the energy of the owners. Please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm as well as hit the subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. Again, let's go on to the third episode, man. This is some good stuff. Catch you guys later. Take care. Peace.